Good afternoon and welcome to day 2 of the Windmill tournament here in Amsterdam. We've got a huge showdown here this afternoon between two juggernauts of mixed ultimate. We've got Jogo Bonito Social Club versus Erdferkel. My name's Hillary Humes and I'm joined in the commentators box by
Tatendo here with you at your service. Hillary, how you doing?
I'm fabulous. Desmond, how's your day been?
My day's been good. Yeah, just been watching a lovely women's game over there. Fantastic plays, fantastic bids all over the place. And generally, the weather's a bit better today, so I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, you mentioned the weather there, Desmond. Yesterday, we saw the wind soaring at knots of 27 kilometers per hour. Right now, it's a cool breeze. The temperature is mild. The weather, you know, you can't complain about it right now. It's very beautiful. And as we see the first pull from the Jogo team in white here in their beautiful white polo getup. I mean, talk about swish uniforms.
They look like tennis players. I'm really digging.
And an early miscommunication and the turnover in the end zone. I mean, straight off the bat, Erdferkel just unsure about what happened there.
Yeah, let's see if Hässliche can do something useful with this. Oh no, it's going to be Jogo Bonito, taking on offense here.
Jogo Bonito with the disc in white. And they get an easy point on the board, taking the break up first thing.
Oh, first point is a break. Indeed, such a good game so far.
Well, Jogo getting the first point on the board, getting that early break.
Let's see how Hässliche can respond. Still early game. Plenty of time. Quite interested to see how this game's going to pan out.
Any predictions so far, Desmond?
Any predictions? Do you know what? Just based on kit alone, I'm going to go with Jogo. I'm really digging their lights.
Look, I'm really digging their kit, but unfortunately they don't have any numbers anywhere that I can see on their kit, which makes it very difficult to call, and I can only assume and just pretend that I know any of the players. I'll just have to be making it up.
We'll give their own names?
Yeah, I mean, we could certainly give them some nicknames, that's for sure. As we see the second pull go up by the man in the colourful orangey pink boots.
Oh, with them sporting a man bun as well. Very nice.
Very fashionable.
How millennial of him.
How millennial of him.
Indeed.
Way to dress to the theme.
Theme of the party.
The
Who needs
theme
numbers
of Windmill.
when you have
As we
man
see
buns?
Erdferkel moving it nice and quickly, getting a bit static now, centering the disc back to the dump, losing a few meters, but that's okay.
Hillary, my time with you has been short-lived, but I must hand over the reins to my good friend here indeed. He's probably could be a better commentator than I am, but I enjoyed the experience anyway.
Oh, and a big hug as we swap over commentators.
And thank you very much, Des. I'm sure you did a phenomenal job. I always enjoy hearing your dulcet tones upon the microphone as you clamber out of our scaffolding. Hello, Hillary.
Welcome, Hannah. How was your previous game?
Oh, it was quite the cracker. We had a lovely game against the Slovaks. And, well, let's just say the artificial turf does not like knees.
Yeah, it is not very pleasant on the body, is it?
No, we had some twisting, diving scores in the end zone for both sides and involving the players going down. But the medical team here at Windmill did a fantastic job of responding very swiftly. So, all part of the tournament experience. Hopefully no one gets injured in any lasting ways, but thankfully the staff on hand to provide excellent service. So, Hässliche, Erdferkel and Jogo Bonito.
Yes, Jogo Bonito now in offense with the disc. The man in the bun, we don't know what his name is. Hannah, if you can help us out with any of the names.
I don't know.
Please be my guest.
Just
as we see a player go to the turf.
Well, Jogo Just they're all called Jogo or Bonito, right?
They're all part of that big social club. I mean, look at their whites. Let's see if they stay pristine clean after the end of this game. I'd like to see a few layouts.
They are looking suspiciously clean for second day of the tournament. You'd think, you know, conditions are quite dry, so there aren't that many grass stains ending up on shirts when those big bids happen, because there just isn't enough moisture for the wetness to attract the stains. But yeah, I reckon they're all either called Jogo or Bonito.
Yes.
That's my guess. In order to join the club, you have to be called Jogo or Bonito.
Ah, I see, yes. It's making all sense now. As Jogo now trying to move it, center the disc, losing a few meters, but that's okay.
Oh, and Bonito throws it directly out of the pitch.
And there was a pick call, and they had to remain possession. They had to catch that disc to keep it in. So it's a turnover.
Indeed it is, Hillary. I very much enjoyed the change of rules. So the fact that the pass had to stand in order for it to be called back.
Hässliche now with a huge huck to a man
who's completely uncovered.
I mean, that was too easy.
Yeah, Jonas Tiggerman there. The Tigger, just in the backfield, completely alone. Nobody decided, no one thought he was a threat. Just poor defense there from Jogo and Bonito both.
Yeah, that was just an absolute mind boggle. They just completely forgot about the man in the deep end.
And you never want to forget about your man in the deep end. Look at that. Just defender tries and turns up the yards, but a lovely put. Hang it out there and easy score.
He sees the disc goes up and freaks out to turn around and sees his player is miles away from him, having to stream down.
And that is a nice way for Hässliche Erdferkel to what looks like to be their first point of the game.
First point, leveling it up now.
And if you can have shots like that for the rest of this one, then I doubt it'll happen. I doubt there'll be quite that level of mishap for Jogo Bonito's defense. Certainly a capable team.
Big huck. The pull goes out on the sideline, and they're going to call a brick.
I like that call.
Yeah, it's a safe call. I mean, you could either take it from the sideline or take the brick, and in this case, get into that power position, take the brick.
Is there going to be a set play? Oh, they've got a streaking deep cutter quite free of their own in the backfield.
Perhaps they want to huck it deep as they move it very slowly through the handlers, centering it once again, not getting the options downfield that they want. They send it back to the sideline, looking there. The Hässliche defense slowing them down quite a lot. It's a loose sort of zone, and they're stopping the people coming through, cutting in the middle. Big fake hammer there. Options not coming. High stall count, Hail Berry pass, and bit of miscommunication.
Yeah, I do love a scuba pass, but that one was alarmingly flat.
That was Vilkening with the block there, and a bladey flick. Beautiful, caught by Dosha.
And again, just really easily getting free in the end zone. Jogo Bonito's defense there, not on point.
No, just a miscommunication, and they turned the disc over. I mean, they got the first point on the board with an easy drop in the end zone. But now, they're looking a little shaky, and Hässliche have just woken up.
Yeah, and Stefan Dosha there, just really free in the deep space. The poach trying to come and help from the young lady Bonito, trying to help out her teammate who got a little bit burned deep, which is not a position you really want to be giving up that up the line, because obviously any up the line that you allow from the sort of behind the disc is going to give the player excellent momentum to chuck it upfield. So it's always the power position you want to try and prevent, but nowhere is it more lethal, that up the line, than of course into the end zone.
That's right. I mean, that's one way to score, isn't it? It's the only way to score. As Jogo Bonito are now in offense.
Jogo with a lovely beanie hat look there. So the other Jogo in the cap.
To the backwards cap Jogo Bonito player.
Oh no, he's Bonito, definitely.
Bonito red.
No. Jogo on the disc. Bonito's the backwards cap.
Oh, this is just too difficult, Hannah. I mean, honestly, can they just stick with one name, Jogo or Bonito? It's
No. Just gotta see it as you call it as you see it. Bonito.
Yogo.
Yogo, defo. Oh, he's such a Yogo.
Bonito. Yogo.
Yogo. Oh,
Oh, and he's looking for the
back
options.
to
They're
Bonito.
just not coming.
They just that trio of two Yogos and a Bonito just working it beautifully right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, what do we like about this zone? It's really slowing them down. They're not actually generating anything downfield, and they're just moving it back ever so slowly.
Well, it's this extremely aggressive zone, really pressuring the handler set and the midfield players because there is only one deep. And essentially, at the moment, you now have all of Hässliche Erdferkel just clustered around the disc because Jogo Bonito are just not stretching it. They are all clustered too.
Oh my
Actually,
God, they're
I
in
take
the
it back.
danger zone. They're in Callahan country. They're right in their end zone now. They need to move it out there. Just huck it.
I do have a question though, actually. There is one sneaky Jogo right at the back.
Oh, she's
the other
waiting for
side.
it. They
Yes,
forgot about
indeed.
it. Huck it! Huck
Yes!
it! Oh, yes!
Oh, there she is!
Oh,
Jogo,
Oh,
you
yes!
champion!
what a pull! I mean, that was beautiful.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
That's
Hässliche-
one way to break that zone.
Perhaps they were lulled into a false sense of security to open up that shot, Hillary.
I fear that is what it was. That was beautiful. That was so well timed. And a great cut from that deep player, Jogo.
Defo Jogo.
Bonito!
Oh! But Hässliche Erdferkel. Oh, I think the gentleman coming through may have clattered her a little bit. But great work from the lady there, number 29, Miriam Sutman. But Julian Otter, Oser? He,
also got in the way.
he did and made a little bit of contact. Too many at once.
Just too hungry for the disc.
Because the thing is, I think if Ursa had just left it, Sultzman would have had the D for days anyway, because she got hand all over that disc.
Yeah, that was a great run through, attacking the disc. Very nicely timed.
So players will now discuss that one. Uncontested foul on that far side, so just going back to Bonito.
Jogo Bonito now with a big hammer into a group of Jogo Bonito players. And Bonito picks it up.
Oh,
from
that
a
was a beautiful Bonito to Bonito crossfield
Bonito
hammer.
to Bonito. I mean, he picked that out of a sea of other players. There was so many people under that disc.
I mean, that's a big Bonito right there.
Yeah, I mean, that Bonito, he really had.
Look at him. He's now twisting his cap to the front. You can't see it because we're now watching that beautiful Bonito to Bonito hammer. Woof.
I have a theory. Caps on the front, Jogo. Cap on the back, Bonito.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Bonito only ever wears the cap to the back.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Whereas Jogo's he's more of a sensible chap. Or they are more of a sensible.
They're non-binary.
I know, that's what I was saying. Z.
Yeah.
Z are a...
Okay, well, we've got Hässliche coming out in offense. What are we going to see? I mean, it's neck and neck, two apiece right now.
Well, so you're saying, neck and neck, yes, but I think evenly matched, no. I think Hässliche Erdferkel are very much doing an excellent job of being the team that you expect from someone on their way to Worlds, Like, this is the thing. Jogo and Bonito's are obviously very capable players and certainly play at a very high level. They're all elite. But they are reliant upon very risky shots that are, when I say risky, sorry, unconventional shots.
Yeah.
Whereas Hässliche Erdferkel are just kind of playing more clinical looking, I'm not going to say boring, but more structured frisbee. But that is what you get when you have a team that train together, as we see a little bit of a clatter on the mark.
Little bit of a oopsie daisy on his toe, and the poor player.
Ooh, those ones are always unpleasant.
A cleat to the toe is just terrible. But you don't win the game on offense, Hannah. Just to go back to what you were saying, and I think you've made a really good point here. Hässliche have incredible defense. I mean, that zone just works so well for them. And it forced Jogo Bonito to have to put up a huge huck. I mean, those shots are not always going to come off. And when you've got such a fearsome team as we see out here, they could easily learn how to defend that. I mean, you win the game with your defense.
You certainly do. You're quite right. And that zone, when especially when Jogo were clustered around the disc before we spotted, it took us, even us, a while to spot the player in the deep field. Oh, a lovely little pop up there, using the wind to sit that one.
Moving that nice and quickly, centering it back into the field. I love these 1-2 between the players. Gaining lots of meters here. Oh! Just too much out in front.
Ah, and that's a costly error there. She'll be disappointed with that for sure.
Jogo goes to pick up the disc, throws it to Bonito.
Defo Bonito with that bun. Bonito, bun Bonito.
Bun Bonito.
Fakes off Jogo, doesn't like the look.
Jogo with the disc to a Bonito. Nick takes it nice and high. Nice pass to the top of the stack. Looking for the options downfield. Sends it to the dump. Reset. Options coming one at a time out of the stack. They're nearing the end zone line.
Oh,
and everyone's
Jogo!
there. But a pick is called. And the disc has to go back.
That was an alarmingly free Jogo there as we get another little look, little glimpse at the hero attempt from Hässliche Erdferkel.
This is looking like better offense, though, from Jogo. Nicely swinging it across the full length of the field. Gaining some space. Stretching that team out. But they're looking a little cluttered now. They just need to
find some more discipline in that stack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Back
and a
on!
miscommunication. Bonito can't get there.
A very costly shot. And Bun Bonito just couldn't chase it down.
Indeed.
We have Hammond on the disc calling a timeout. And Hannah, I think that was probably wise.
I agree.
It was a bit of a sloppy point.
Yeah, not the sort of clean offense that you want in order to, really, ideally, what either of these teams want to do is sort of get a bit of momentum going in this game. Very early stages, you say it's scoreline is neck and neck. I think I still favouring the offense of Hässliche Erdferkel, kind of doing the right things and doing them mostly well. That costly little kind of just errant throw early on. But that was a full blowout miscommunication between the handlers outside the end zone for Jogo Bonito. They're going to be disappointed with that.
Yeah, that was, often you just want to put it up very nice and softly. You don't want to give it too much pace on that disc because you easily turn it over, and we just saw that.
Well, I mean, it was not so much, I think, the throw as much as the fact that there was complete miscommunication because the handler went one way and the thrower threw it the other. And it was valiant. Bonito really ran that down. You could see his little bun bobbing with effort and perspiration, but unfortunately just, couldn't make up the yards no matter how fast he is. But either one of these teams, I think, is capable of grabbing a bit of momentum, sort of taking charge of the game, putting their foot on the pedal and saying, all right, we're going to go somewhere. We're going to go to Scoretown, Amsterdam, Netherlands.
I like that, Scoretown. But Hässliche, they're a force to be reckoned with, and they're not going to let anybody get through without a big fight.
Oh, you're right there, Hillary. We saw much from the Hässliche Erdferkel team at EUCF back in October, looking in very good form. And of course, as we said, we've already mentioned, they're going to be trotting off to a certain place in Ohio very shortly to go and compete at the on the world stage.
That's right, Hannah. The World Ultimate Club Championships. I mean, it's going to be the best of the best competing there. And you have the pleasure of commentating and witnessing such glory on the field.
Oh, yes. Well, enough about me. I'll be there trying my best to say cognizant and interesting things about the players. But it's mostly about, as we say, the teams that'll be going.
As we see Hässliche now moving it nice and quickly through their players, looking in for a quick reset back to the handler down the line. Very deep stack, but it's working for them because they're continuing to move and they're getting it, choosing the sideline. A lot, big flick.
Oh my goodness, that's huge. And will be deed by giant Jogo. You can tell he's a Jogo because he has the word Jogo underneath his white shirt.
Yes, well and truly underneath his white shirt.
Jogo for days. Interesting thing I've just noticed, Hillary, about this Jogo Bonito team. They have little, some of them have matching shorts that have, they're almost reminiscent of the US flag.
Yes, I'm wondering if that's where they hail from, Hannah. Any ideas?
Well, it's quite possible that there might be a strong contingent of, because they've given us no fun facts about themselves.
Oh, and a big
hug! Straight off the bat, into the space to nobody.
To a Jogo player who could not pick up the pace quick enough to get there.
He was thrown to the ghost player that was actually behind. They are actually Bruce Willis from Sixth Sense. I'm sorry if you've not seen that film, you're way behind the times, and I just gave you a massive spoiler.
That spoiler is allowed. I mean, as you say,
it's such a pop culture reference at this point, Hillary. I feel like if you hadn't already heard it, you're welcome.
Oh,
and a big cluster in the middle. No
I mean,
pick
it was
calls.
almost a pick. It was
It was a pick. There we go.
They do call it pick, but there was no collision. It was very,
Right.
very well escaped.
I see no hand signals though, Hillary. So I think perhaps the fact that there was such a big cluster, other people got confused and thought that there might have been a call, but I don't see any. Anyway,
That often does happen on the field, and a nice pass down the sideline, just moving it along very quickly.
Squeeze.
Hässliche have an urgency to score.
Oh, and it's a big gap,
As they
but that's going to
shoot
hang.
deep.
Oh, snatch! Ow!
Nicely taken by Vilkening.
That was tasty. I want to see if we're going to get maybe a cheeky little replay.
Oh, I love the little fast feet, the little dancing at the end. A little celebration there.
Very folk orientated celebrating of scores. Big fan of that.
Well, Hässliche again taking the lead now, 3 points to 2.
And we talked about earlier getting it up the sideline in power positions, and that is exactly what we were talking about. Hangs a little bit, but read extraordinarily well by Vilkeling.
Yeah, she had defenders on either side of her and a surmountable pressure.
Yeah, picked her spot well and committed to it. I like that. I'm a big fan.
And just reached up at the right moment. So as we were guessing earlier about where this Jogo Bonito team comes from, I see on the sideline someone in a very loud American jacket.
Oh, that's a
with the
double wide
flag.
jacket right there. Very fancy.
Very confident thrower to put that up with defense, like with the Hässliche defenders there, and tall men too. I mean, it wasn't like, it was throwing over the top of short people. They really had to hit that height a little bit and get just enough so that it would come down for the Bonito player to take it comfortably.
They certainly did, Hillary. They really had to put the perfect positioning and spotting on that disc. With, as you say, many obstacles in the way, flailing around wildly. But I like it. I like the shot. There's a little bit of a, I don't want to say risky, but again, a flashy offensive choice here from the Jogo Bonito Social Club.
Yeah, they certainly like to huck it long and just make it a little bit spicy for the viewers.
Ooh.
As we see Bonito pulling the disc right out onto the sideline.
Oh, Bonito spending too much of his summer in the gym and not enough of his summer on the boats at the Jogo Bonito's personal harbour. We don't know the location of it. It is secret, but
Yeah, it's very secret.
I might have to do some investigative journalism, Hillary, and find out where they're from.
Go for it. Well, now we have Hässliche on offense, setting up in a horizontal stack, and they're moving it with a big flick, nice and high, and a great grab right in front of the camera. I hope that crew got the shot. Moving it back to the center in a power position now. The handler moves it down the line. Beautiful flick to the sideline. Big mark though from Jogo Bonito, but easily gets it off down the sideline to number 23. He's looking for the shot. And a run through block.
Jogo with defensive pressure for days there.
Jogo just sticking to his man like fudge.
But Christian Harmon, the number 23, have to talk about him a little moment there. He's really driving this Hässliche Erdferkel offense.
He really is. He's a very strong handler, and he's getting almost every second pass as we see a potential
Oh,
block.
what a D!
Oh! And
Just enough pressure on Jogo.
Jogo tries to recover and grab it, but just couldn't take it back. So Hässliche now on the doorsteps of converting this point, and we see a very early cut. And Jogo are questioning whether that was okay because he did move very quickly and they needed to set up.
Nice and easy does it. And
There's
that
a
is
bit of discussion, but that's okay. They shake hands and move on. Another point now for Hässliche. They're up 4-3.
right. You are there, Hillary.
I think
They'll be delighted with that.
Jogo are going to be a little bit aggravated by that point just there. But it might just be the type of intensity that they need to get themselves back into this game and take the lead.
No, I think, well, so I was asking, you know, I was talking about the fact that someone needed to take control of this game. And that little piece of defense from Jogo, on Jogo, in that far left end zone, that pressure being piled on, I think it was by the number 26, Julian Ossa. But either way, whoever it was, that is the sort of control we need to take, really forcing the turnover. And even though they got hands to it, they're just like putting them to the very edge of their abilities and squeezing out that break.
Yeah, really nice big pull there from Hässliche, and gives them plenty of time to run down. And great chase with the attempt of a Callahan, but not going to be on as Jogo gets the shot off into the center. Moving it nice and quickly, and a huck is stopped by a player running through.
Yeah, that's the back of Thomas Müller.
Oh! Oh! Big layup, but not enough.
Eat the dirt.
Jogo just enjoying the time, passing it through down the sideline.
Lovely handler move, allowing that really big, wide open reset.
Jogo now, big fake, looking to center it in the middle. Not getting as many cuts downfield now. They're just slowing a little bit, which is halting their momentum as they get a nice flick across field and a backhand to the end zone.
Oh, what a grab!
And beautifully taken by Bonito.
Oh yeah, that Bonito, definitely a tank of a build and powerful with it.
Oh, that was lovely. I mean, she was in the handler position and then cleared out and just ran deep. No one saw that coming. Her defender had no idea, and there she was, able to score very comfortably.
Yeah, beautiful work there from Bonito. And that's not the first score we've seen her take in this game either. Even though maybe sat back in the handler set initially, clearly very happy to go and put it to work in this scoring zone.
Well, now we're 4 apiece. I think Jogo are potentially just trying to step it up a notch.
Well, Hässliche Erdferkel did in the previous point for sure. So maybe they've given Jogo Bonito a little bit of a wake-up call, perhaps, shaking the cage, perhaps.
I think you're right. And these two teams, I mean, it's the beauty of the Swiss draws. We always get a close game.
Well, not always.
Not always.
Sometimes upsets happen, which makes people down the rest of the division very salty, because if you've had a close game to somebody and then they take a very heavy loss.
Pressure from Jogo.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Running down that disc. But Hässliche move it.
Harmon finds the around break.
Centers it. I mean, they just want to pass to Harmon. He's just beautiful shot. to a Jogo player. Very nice heads-up awareness there.
Solid defense from Jogo, but gets hand blocked immediately. And that'll be an easy score for Hässliche Erdferkel.
Well, there we go. Hammond there, though, very quick to pick up the disc, run and gun. I mean, that's the way to score.
Well, we've been talking about the fact that he's been driving the handler set and is almost every other pass
It
clearly happy to just pick it up and be like, yeah, right then.
I think he's gotten 100% of the assists. He's thrown all of the goals, maybe 90% of them.
That wouldn't surprise me. Very capable player. So, yeah, he's having a good day today.
Oh, yeah.
As we see Bonito going on, giving some high fives to us. Sorry, I take it back. You can't see it.
The
We can
viewers
see
at
it.
home cannot see it.
But the Hässliche Erdferkel sideline line looking very chill. Lots of knees on the ground. People listening in, hearing what the tactical decisions are for the next point. But on the other side, we had Bonito with the tank Bonito running across, giving her teammates some high fives for support. So,
and we
nobody
see
catches the ball. That'll give Hässliche Erdferkel a great chance to push them into the back of their defending end zone.
Jogo now in dangerous territory. I mean, they're trapped, just waiting for something to come free. They're looking downfield, but the options aren't presenting themselves. And they're just going to have to pass it back and forth between each other. I mean, Callahan country here.
Yes, indeed. Callahan country, Amsterdam.
Oh, it might happen!
Oh, and a big cluster of hands towards the disc. Oh, Hillary.
Oh, that was some hot
Woof.
defense there.
I'm almost a little bit sad that wasn't Callahan it wasn't a homestay at Callahan territory. It was a brief hour's visit.
And Julian Ursa, great defense, just stuck to his man. Didn't give him an inch of space as he
and a
shoots,
break!
and he gets the assist.
Oh my days, that was a lovely backhand around there from Ursa.
Oh, that was so nice. And Hässliche now in the lead by 2. They're up a break. Jogo Bonito calling a timeout.
Smart move.
What would you say in this timeout circle, Hannah? There's something that the Bonito Social Club need to do to break this German team.
Well, I think the issue with Jogo Bonito is they're looking a little bit complacent, if I had to use a word. You know, they're not really looking like they want this game. Hässliche Erdferkel are very much just like, what they clearly have a point to prove here. They're heaping on the pressure on defense, and it's really working out for them. The fact that no one in that last point, no one went and caught the pull. And Hässliche Erdferkel did a fantastic job of being like, they haven't caught the pull, we're going to run down and just shut it down.
Yeah.
And they did. They caused a turnover in the defending end zone. So
it's a lack of confidence. If someone doesn't catch the pull, you know straight away that's a signal that that person is not confident, or that set of handlers are just unsure of the communication of what's going to happen in that team.
I'm not sure it's necessarily a lack of confidence, Hillary. I think more lackadaisical, kind of like, yeah, someone will catch. Oh, that should have been me, shouldn't it? That sort of attitude, whereas if you had Hässliche Erdferkel in that situation, they know who's going to pick up the pull, they know who's catching it, they know who's going to receive it and field it. And this is the thing. You've got a well-drilled, on their way to Worlds team who can play very good defense, and they know what they're doing. Whereas I think Jogo Bonito, they are fantastic players, but it's more of a, what shall we do? What are we doing? And that's the small difference, and that's why you've got the small difference in scoreline right now. So Jogo Bonito needs to pick it up and find a little bit more structure, I think, in order to take this one and close that gap back up to make it evens.
The difference here is Hässliche have set plays, and they use their handlers very well. They like to move the disc very quickly, and they're very prescriptive. Whereas I think Jogo Bonito are still trying to find their feet, and they don't really have certain elements that they know to a T that they're going to, pull out. They don't have this sort of set play that they can say, let's just play this point. And that might be the difference here. They're trying to do an organic sort of huck and hope style.
Well, some of their hucks have been absolutely glorious, so you can't entirely blame them for being reliant upon those beautiful throws. So here we go, there we go. Making no mistake on this one. They know who's fielding the pull this time. Furious undercutting, but very well stifled by Hässliche Erdferkel.
And again, they're trapped in their end zone. The handler is that Bonito telling him to just go deep.
Oh, and Bonito very free in the deep space. Chooses to run towards his mark now.
And they're moving it, and they've gotten out of that space. And that was a great move to tell the handler, get out of there. Give the cutters an opportunity to run through. It's a nice bladey flick across the field. Gains them a few meters as they just move it back and forth between each other. Bonito to Bonito. With Bonito down the line.
Oh, and more Bonito action than you can shake a stick at. Unfortunately, she shook a stick too hard and out of the pitch.
Flicks it out of her hand. It doesn't come off right.
It does not, Hillary. And interestingly, there was a moment where the stack for Jogo Bonito got way too close to the handler set. Then Jogo taking a leaf out of Hässliche Erdferkel's book and popping the stack a little bit deeper, allowing themselves that movement. But an errant throw and threw it straight into the defense.
Heads up, intercept by Bonito.
Oh no, I think he just threw it directly at the player, mate. I'm not even sure that was necessarily the defender's option. It's just like, oh, if this is coming directly towards my face, I'm going to catch it.
Very nicely plucked out of the air, though.
Nice little delicate catch there from Bonito. Oh, spicy.
And there's Hässliche players everywhere defending it, and Jogo just not moving enough to get people out of the way.
As Bonito causes a pick. It sounds like the name of a children's book. Bonito causes a pick. Can we, dear Jogo Bonito, if you're listening to this commentary back whilst enjoying yourselves on the live stream, please can you release a range of children's books all about the different various Jogos and Bonitos on your team? Okay, thank you, bye.
No. Children's books go for a lot. You should write it and make the money. Copyright that.
I have enough money, Hillary. I'm fine. I think they do a far more lustrous job than I could ever hope to do. And a hammer over the top sails over Bonito's outstretched fingers. What a shame. What a shame.
Oh, an unnecessary giveaway. I mean, Hässliche don't need any more help than they can, but they turn it straight away.
I think maybe you spoke too soon, Hillary. I think maybe they need a little bit of glue on the fingers as that one drops out of Thomas Muller's hands.
Bonito throws a beautiful backhand around his marker to the stretched out horizontal Jogo.
And Thomas Muller is going to be upset about that one. Double unhappiness for him.
Turnover and then on the mark. I mean, that's...
Oh, well, no, turnover and then get scored on.
Scored on. There you go.
Just dropped out of his hands there. He'll be disappointed for sure, but that's 5-6. Hässliche Erdferkel still ahead. If they're able to go convert their offense, they will maintain their 2-point lead in this game.
Well, Jogo Bonito clawing back. There's still an element of casual, complacentness, perhaps.
Well, I mean, I think in that point they definitely looked a lot better. Once they moved that stack back, they very much had the space and looked pretty sharp on the unders. Because I'm trying to attract one of their attentions. But I think Jogo are kind of actually in that end zone set initially when that hammer came out. They were just looked a little bit stifled by Hässliche Erdferkel. Like you said, Erdferkel were kind of like spread all the way around that end zone, and Jogo just kind of really at a loss as to where they were able to go, where they could find the spaces and the holes.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I think it was a lucky point for them to get that turnover. So Hässliche now in offense. Very tight, close mark from Jogo Bonito as they move it back to Hammond, who throws a nice over-the-top scuba to his foreman, moving it down, gaining so many meters. He's looking back to Hammond. Hammond looks fakes.
Oh, and a big one comes up.
Oh! Taken beautifully by Doscher.
Stefan Doscher there. Fantastic snatch across the heads of two. That was Bun Bonito and Purple Jogo. So, Hilary, I've been doing a little bit of investigative research, as I promised.
Very good, Hannah.
And I found out that Jogo Bonito are originally from Brooklyn, New York. New York.
The Yankees.
Yes, so we have some... I believe certain sets of America get very upset when you call them Yanks.
Yeah.
But yes, we do have some American flavour coming from our friends across the Atlantic. However, I was quite right in my observation that they're also an absolute mixer of nationalities from friends from Europe. So they have some Swiss players, some Russian. Russia isn't in Europe. The Russian Federation is a little bit more.
It's very close.
Further afield. Yes, they are basically they're our cousins.
It's considerably closer than it is to America. So
indeed, and playing in the sort of domestic European scene for sure. Some German players as well. So clearly a lovely mix of flavours, like a Neapolitan ice cream or something of the such. Although
wow.
I prefer much more like a raspberry ripple. So maybe something like a vanilla ice cream with lots of different flavour, like syrups and...
What's... Oh, you did say Neapolitan. I was like, what's the one with chocolate, vanilla, strawberry? And
that is indeed Neapolitan ice cream. Other flavours are available. I'm a big fan of mint choc chip myself. But Jogo Bonito will see if they can keep their offence ice cool under the hammering pressure of Hässliche Erdferkel.
This is looking better, but a very deep.
Oh, a huge hammer! And that's going to fall short.
Oh.
And not be caught. That's unfortunate. And big, spicy play there.
Yeah, Bonito was just in the wrong position there, waited for it to come down. And as we know, hammers come down at different angles. You need to be very careful where you position yourself. So Hässliche now with an opportunity to extend their huge lead with a big forehand.
Oh, and that is excellently read.
Doscher right on the sideline. Sends it to his player, gets it.
Oh, and just falls out of the outstretched hand. Rumpel there, not able to reel that one in. Not the biggest player in the world. Not able to make the bid either.
Just through the hands. So Jogo Bonito, another opportunity here to close the gap. But they're on their sideline, they're on their end zone line, and they move it nicely with a very low throw. Nicely picked up by Jogo. Back to Bonito. Bonito looks long to a very deep stack. Options are all covered by the excellent defense of Hässliche. Nice high disc.
Very well hung up by Bonito.
I like these across field flicks. They're working to generate a bit of space and get the team to actually move downfield. Centering it back in the middle. Now down towards the sideline. It's looking for the options and then they're not there. Back to Bonito.
Oh, double Bonito. Oh, and inside from Bonito gets popped away. And there we go. She may not have caught the attempted score previously, but Rumpel getting a fantastic D there.
Rumpel making it back for her team after dropping it in the end zone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's be fair now. She did go
missed.
full arm stretch, and she just couldn't get there. The disc was a little too spicy.
Okay.
Let's be fair to her now.
As Hässliche gets the disc without a player. Very deep stack now. Very low throw.
Oh, that is
Forcing
great
the
composure.
players to the turf.
Derman there really. Oh no!
And they fumble the disc. And Jogo Bonito get another opportunity.
Short end zone.
Turning it around. They're looking for an easy option. And they reset back to the dump. Moving it across to the sideline. And a big flick! And a jump over the line.
That'll be called good. Ooh, by most of the players anyway on the field. There is a little discussion, perhaps from Derman, as to her view. I thought he towed that pretty well, don't you, Hillary?
I think so. I mean, from our perspective, it looked pretty clean.
Either way, when I have a sneaky little violation there, is we'll see if Jogo can do the same again, squeeze it in that channel to the far corner, or if they'll take the
moving
opens.
it very quickly. They've got players free in the back, but they're covered by a number of Hässliche players, but this one.
Oh, that's a lovely round. Very, very nice.
That looked like it was almost in.
Very nearly.
And just not quite enough, and they just jam it down there.
There we go. Attempt number 3 is what was needed. 3 being the magic number, certainly for this Jogo Bonito side, and that is oof.
So
Keeping this one very, very tight indeed, Hillary.
yeah, Jogo Bonito now. They've shortened that deficit. Only one more point to level it against Hässliche.
One more point. One more point. Yeah. Right,
They're just
you are,
toying
Hillary.
with our emotions here.
My emotions. Oh, my poor emotions. Yes.
I mean, they're just a social club. They're just here to have fun.
I think everyone is here to have fun, Hillary. Nobody comes to Windmill to not have fun. You know,
That's
I
right.
feel like whether it is, I'm not the biggest fan of the approach of, because the level of play at Windmill is consistently high. You have elite teams coming from Europe. You have elite teams coming from across the pond. You have elite teams coming. We have a Venezuelan team here. I believe the Black Widows are here. Like the number of the kind of the net that gets cast, if you will, is fantastic. But I understand some people want to have an Airbnb and they want to, you know, be quite chill, and they don't want to maybe necessarily be in the cold tents. But I'm pretty sure there'll be a heck of a party this evening, and people will be having a great old time. So Hässliche Erdferkel put up a huge disc, perfectly weighted,
that is
and that's
so
gorgeous.
nice. That is too good from
So-
Hässliche.
That's Nora Wilkening taking that one. Oof, that's very nice. I like that a lot. So Hässliche Erdferkel hold on to their 2-point lead in this game.
That was a very quick point as we see that replay. A nice high pass, but he gets up there into a power position to a player cutting deep. I love those shots, and I love the dance, the fancy footwork at the end.
Yeah, I think Jogo will be disappointed with herself that she let Wilkening be quite so free deep of her. That was really easy player to hit. Worked hard.
So half-time, that went rather quickly. I mean, the game has been going for over 50 minutes, but we've hit the half, and it feels like...
I am enjoying right now Jogo Bonito's attempts to G each other up. They're sort of patting each other on the back.
I like that. At first, I thought it was a bit of a, a warm-up to getting a massage train going or something.
Oh, man, I'm a huge fan of the massage train, Hillary.
Yeah, if we could get that started, I'd be more than welcome to join in.
Yeah. Or maybe later on we can do some massaging, sort of, you know, maybe if it has to just be the two of us, Hillary, or would that be for something Helen be more into?
I mean, Jogo Bonito may not win this game. I'm not calling it yet, but they're certainly winning the halftime.
Halftime show.
The entertainment
giving the fans what they want.
Is on fire. I mean, talk about halftime show. That was the best I've seen all weekend. If at ever in any tournament, I've never witnessed such a thing.
Oh, wow, Hillary. You need to get out more, my love. However, that is definitely by far the best halftime show we have seen all tournament at this Windmill Tournament 2018 here on the fields in Amsterdam. Lovely colourful scenes here as you see Hässliche Erdferkel ready to go. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams come out of this half. Obviously, Jogo, Bonito touching each other, getting the physical connections ready.
Yeah, so Jogo, Bonito didn't actually have a big chat in that circle in that halftime. So it's not like they've given each other a bit of a pep talk to say we need to focus, we need to drill down, we need to be better on offense, we need to choose the right options. They, it didn't seem like any of that happened. It was more about the social aspect, wasn't it? And that's, I guess, what their whole team is about.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of love between the Jogo Bonitos, the Jogos and the Bonitos, hailing from various areas.
Do you think they need a bit of a pep talk? I mean, they're 2 points down here. You want to take the game. You want to win. You don't just want to play to have fun. This team has come here to win as well. They're not going to travel all the way from New York and other places in Europe.
I mean, Hillary, I think in this tournament where the standard is quite so high, whether or not you're winning games, I think it's more about enjoyment, especially if you're paying the money and spending the time to come from the other side of our good planet Earth. I think you kind of have to maybe take it and be like, I think Jogo are kind of a team allowing their very good experienced players to kind of do their thing. It's like a you do you kind of strategy, which is not as effective necessarily as the indomitable unit that Hässliche Erdferkel can sometimes be, and certainly have proven themselves to be in this game at times. But I think coming for enjoyment to a tournament like at a Windmill, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is they're playing their own game, they're just having fun. And you could see this now in their offensive style. They're just doing what they want to do.
Yeah. And that is when I honestly think a lot of people play their best ultimate, because they are enjoying themselves, smiles on the faces, feeling free upfield to do what you want to do.
Very true. We often see teams coming back at the end of a game when they've decided that it's all over and they just calm down and relax. And that's when they start to get in the lead or they gain more points. It's hard at the beginning of the game when there's a lot of tension and the excitement is all there. But if you can just enjoy yourself, and just play your own game and have fun, that's all that matters.
Yeah, left a little bit too late for the reset there.
Oh, high stall count.
Making Bonito work super hard.
Jogo to Bonito. Bonito on the sideline now looking for the options, not getting it back to Jogo. Jogo's in a power position, swings it down to the sideline.
Oh, an amazing footwork from Jogo.
I don't think that was in. I thought that was out. And I wonder if we can get a replay, but I won't.
As you can see, very close to our cameraman there, nearly tripping into the tripod, but thankfully we've planned enough clearance, so that's usually not a problem here for our live stream. But occasionally the disc has other ideas, and looked like that outside foot might have been down. But we'll allow the players.
He had 1 foot in and 1 foot out.
In, out, and shake it all about.
Did he put his foot down when he caught it?
You're not going to pick up on my really lame reference, Hillary.
I actually didn't hear it.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, in, and shake it all about. But is he doing the hokey pokey?
And you turn around.
Is
That's what it's all about.
And this is what it's all about. Great spirited call there. Calls himself out after discussion with the player, taps it back in, and Hässliche Erdferkel
probably the right decision.
As there are some wonderful wraps and subs that yeah, so we're being delivered in our commentary with some wonderful lunch as we watch Hässliche Erdferkel put a lovely high disc up.
Oh, and this is some delicious ultimate that we're seeing here in front of us. And we get a call on field.
Apologies for the slight distraction. We're being fed by the wonderful volunteer crew here at Windmill. Fantastic gentlemen. We love them to pieces. They are our heroes. And of course, Windmill priding itself on the fact that the staff here are not paid. They are all volunteers.
Oh!
Jogo Bonito. Great attempt! Oh, it's caught by the defense, but oh my goodness.
That was so nice, though.
That man wanted himself a free disc, Hillary.
Yeah, that was an excellent greatest attempt. It came back so one for him on the stats board. Hässliche now 9 points, up by 3.
Yep, and we said it would be crucial as to who came out of the half, wanting it that more. And I think Hässliche are really starting to come into their own in this game, potentially.
Oh yeah, they're really stepping it up into the 5th gear. Jogo Bonito perhaps maybe just a bit too casual, looking for those big hucks. They might need to switch it up a little bit, play a bit more dynamic through the field. Try something other than a vert stack.
Well, I really like the Jogo Bonito offense when they do have that slightly deeper horizontal stacks working really nicely for them. And when they keep the disc alive, keep it moving, changing the angle of attack, making the defense move, shifting stuff around. When they're active, they look really good. When they're stagnant, it starts to all fall down because Hässliche Erdferkel's handler marks are just really crushing it. They're doing a great job. Hats off, I tip my star-spangled cap to you, gents and ladies. Doing a great job. But Jogo Bonito now back to the host stack. There we go, much better, finding their space in the middle, but again, upfield looking a little bit hesitant.
Yeah, it's just slowing them down and they're becoming a bit static, and that's where Hässliche can just like lock in and tighten up, close that gap between you and the defender. They can just make it that much harder to get that shot off. That's why you need to keep up the momentum and keep moving. As we see Jogo pass to Bonito. Now to Jogo. Jogo on the sideline looking for an option downfield, then chooses to reset with a dump. The dump is covered, so there's a field cut from Bonito. Bonito now, big flick huck.
Oh, it's
down.
Jogo. Purple Jogo has
Yes!
it. Yes, he does!
Purple Jogo! The purple Teletubby.
I believe that the purple Teletubby, Hillary, is Tinky Winky. I'm not sure Purple Jogo would be prefer to be referred to as Tinky Winky, but he took that down so strongly. You could see him running it with his eyes like a laser on the frisbee. What a take. Under pressure.
And millimeters away from the defender, stealing that away from him.
That is inspirational scenes here.
Absolute theft of the disc.
So here we go. You can see eyes never leave it. Hand outstretched, clawing it away from the 96 shirt of Tigerman.
Tigerman applying ample amounts of pressure.
I don't think you could really have asked much more from Tigerman other than perhaps to have left his feet. But really putting great pressure on. But that's the sort of play that's going to fire up this Jogo Bonito side and potentially see them come back in and close up the 2-point gap. At the moment, we're trading. What Jogo Bonito really desperately need in this moment, Hillary, is to get a block and convert for a break.
Yeah, as I said earlier in the game, you don't win on your offense, you win on your defense. Jogo Bonito now need to pull out something spectacular. We haven't necessarily seen a zone recently. Perhaps it's too late in the game to pull that out, and maybe they just stick with single man coverage.
Well, I think zone really would play into the hands of Hässliche Erdferkel here because they are so well drilled. I'm sure they would know what they were doing, whereas the close single coverage we're seeing is much better, making them have to kind of, work more loosely and try and change the structure, take away those first options.
And as you see, oh, a foot block.
That was incredible.
A foot block back into the hands of Hammond.
What?
I'm not sure what happened there, though, because
it bounced off of his foot.
That was a very low disc. That was skimming.
Oh, I felt like I could see light under it from here, though. I'm not sure on the pitch that was quite as low as it was in our viewpoint.
I mean,
certainly threw it at his ankles.
He certainly picked it up very easily, though. So,
ooh, actually, that's a scoop. That is a scoop. But I
think that was a clean scoop, though. I think he got that.
Is a clean scoop. He'd put it, you know how when you're scooping, to go back to our ice cream metaphor, Hillary, he had definitely put that one back in the little water and given it a jiggle before putting it into the next tub, you know, that kind of clean scoop. Very nice. But,
his ice cream scoop had just come out of the dishwasher. It was very clean.
Oh, dishwasher. I think it was a little dirtier. I think it was just like a little hand wash, you know, like in the, you know, they have that little pot of slightly warm water that you always think, ooh, I wonder how clean that is, but
not very hygienic, yeah.
But it works, you know.
But we're still here today.
Yeah.
After all the ice cream you've consumed over the years,
gelato.
Hannah.
Well, the thing is, I'm not really a sweet tooth. I'm more of my cheese is my downfall rather than chocolate, you know. That's my downfall. I feel like you're more of a sweetie fan.
I would opt for a cheese over a sweet if it was presented.
Okay.
But I'll take what I can get. If anyone
Give
wants
nothing
to
back.
bring me anything.
Throw money. So, the sun is deigning to shine now upon this mixed game here Saturday, middle of the day at Windmill 2018. As Hässliche Erdferkel desperately looking for a reset. 2 cuts where this could have been one. Hesitation upfield. Finds a good break side.
Moving very nicely, though. I love the pace that they go. And these quick 1-2s between the handlers creates this dynamic movement, allowing the receivers to set up their cuts downfield. It's all handler movements at the moment as we see them on the doorsteps of scoring.
Driver of the bus, and there we see Tigerman to Muller. Very nice.
Too easy for them. Right in that triangle.
I think the gentleman of Jogo Bonito there were trying to do some sort of smart, switchy defense, which initially seemed to work. A lot of hesitation upfield with people kind of, you know, being a little bit poached off. But then as the handlers started to drive the offense forward, really just open that up and the switches just seem to kind of come to nothing.
Jogo Bonito, they need to get on the mark and apply that pressure. They're very loose off their player and just waiting for that throw to come up to put their arms out. They need to be there before that throw goes out, applying that pressure, getting as close as they can to stop. I mean, Hässliche, they're so confident. Every single one of those players is so skilled and can put up a disc. You can't risk anything.
Well, no, you're right there, Hillary. I would like to see Bonito get a little bit more fired up and really, you know, try and take control of this game themselves. At the moment, they're just letting Hässliche Erdferkel just have both hands on the steering wheel. They are dominating. They have all the momentum. They've now stretched it to a 3-point lead. They're going to look for another break of score now, if they can get one.
You're right, Hannah. Hässliche are driving the bus. They're choosing their own route, making their own journey for this game. And Jogo Bonito will take the brick after the pull goes out on the sideline. Jogo in the middle there.
Lovely early cutting.
Looking for the options. Swings it into the middle to Bonito. Cuts covered by very nice poachy defense from Hässliche. And an intercept gives Hässliche another opportunity. And a timeout is called.
So I was talking about the switchy, poachy defense of Jogo Bonito. That was a great demonstration of how Hässliche Erdferkel went, oh, you're going to switch on us? You're going to do that? Well, we'll do that to you, only we'll do it a little bit better.
Yeah, let me show you how you do this.
I see what you're trying to do there.
Yeah.
Let me give you an education.
Oh, how cute. You tried to do the switchy, poachy defense. That's really nice. Let me school you in how to actually do that.
Yeah, that was a beautiful display. Great communication from the Hässliche D there.
Oh, yeah, that was really nice. And now they call a timeout, probably just to settle themselves and catch their breath. I mean, it's the second game of the day for them. They've got 2 more today. It's going to be a long day for them.
Yep.
Lots of running.
Certainly the open and women's divisions suffering much more from the breezy conditions yesterday. Dare I say it, the sun is shining down upon the fields in the Sportpark Eintracht. I think I'm completely mispronouncing that word, but I try nonetheless. But we actually have some gents warming up behind us who I know rather well. I spend an unfortunate amount of time with them all. They're all Clapham players, but as Clapham players do, they have their shirts off and the guns out because the sun is out. So, players on the field readying themselves to go back, switch it on, play some offense and defense. Hässliche Erdferkel with a relatively short field, just under half of the pitch remaining to advance in order to take this to 11-7 and make it a much wider gap, increase the amount of daylight between the 2 scores. What do you reckon, Hillary? Do you reckon it's going to be a nice slick one in, or Jogo is going to throw some fire in on the defense and cause some mayhem?
Oh, this German team are so clinical. I mean, we know that the Germans are efficient. So, they're...
Apologies, I'm making Hillary laugh because I was just looking down at my my sandwich and being very, very pleased that it has pesto and mozzarella in it. However,
Hannah.
we have just been arrived. They've been joined by some gentlemen. I'm not sure what team that is.
Guns out.
Sun's out, everything out, and we're completely distracted. We miss beautiful offense from Hässliche Erdferkel. Apologies, that's the Freezebees who are completely distracting us with their naked torsos.
Move out of the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Boris
I couldn't
van der
see
Luc
the
and
game.
your boys, please move out of the way.
Stop distracting us. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we missed that beautiful
Guys,
goal.
we fluffed it there. However, we were just so secure, Hillary.
They did
in the
that deliberately.
abilities Of,
You're going to lose points there. I mean,
as the gentleman from...
why throw off the commentators? It's not fair.
As the gents from Bruges depart and
Hannah,
go and parade themselves elsewhere, we here in the commentary booth will refocus our attentions upon this game. And as I said, Hässliche Erdferkel extend the score, now 11-7 in this mixed game.
This game can be over very soon. As I was saying before I got incredibly distracted, Hässliche are so efficient and they know how to move this disc. I mean, I don't see this game going any other way other than theirs. Jogo Bonito now can only do what they want, and that is to have fun, enjoy their time. As we see a Clapham player on the field.
Joshua Briggs, hang your head in shame.
Interruption.
How rude. How
Stole
very
the
rude.
game.
See, this is why Clapham have lost games this weekend. Clearly, they have no disc control, you know? They just can't keep it in their
They
hands.
have no respect for the other players who are on the field.
Very rude. Right, disc is going to come in on 0. That was well, it's all happening here today on Field 5. We've got topless men. We've got Clapham players running onto the field from out of nowhere. And we have Jogo Bonito now back off to the races. And sneaky Bonito in the deep. Is it going to be another deep shot to the completely unmarked player with but a gentle breeze facing the handler set?
Oh, but Jogo Bonito trapped in their end zone. Trying to move it ever so carefully through this Hässliche zone. I mean, I love this look of the zone. It works as they just throw a nice scooper over the top and a floaty bladey flick down the sideline. They're gaining meters nice and quickly.
Ninja.
1-2. Jogo Bonito, Jogo.
Oh, there we go.
Too easy for them.
And that is a 5-point lead, ladies and gentlemen. 12-7 to the boys and girls.
No, that was Jogo Bonito that just scored.
Oh, sorry. I take it back.
Well, Hannah,
Well, that was so good. That was so good that it lulled me into false insecurity that they were in the lead.
I mean,
You know?
thought, do you know what? You thought that was so good that it must have been Hässliche offense, right? It looked like that.
It did look
They're just copying them now. I mean,
you know what we said about the fact that Hässliche Erdferkel were like, oh, you're going to poach and switch and stuff? We're going to do that better. That was almost like, oh, you're going to have really like slick, nice, like clean offense, and you're going to just like boom, 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 shake, shake, shake the room, tick tock, boom. Like, that was that.
I mean, Jogo Bonito just made a joke of their zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, you're going to put the zone out on us again.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, put that zone on us. Yeah, let's try that. No. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, boom, score. I mean, that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. So, Jogo Bonito. We've got Bun Bonito with the disc again.
Our good
making
friend
the
Bun
pull.
Bonito. He's a lad.
A true lad. He will put the disc up as we're nearing the end of the game. The music has not sung its songs yet, but a very nice high pull from Bun Bonito into the corner of the end zone. Oh, and I think it went out.
Yeah, just landed out. Just a little bit too much beans, but very nice form. If it had landed in, that would have been an absolute beautiful pull.
Very nice, though. Bonito able to set up in time with a nice leading pass in front of Hammond. Hammond now with the disc looking for options downfield, not coming off. Looks to reset in the dump. And a cheeky push pass over the top.
Tickerman and Hammond have a fantastic connection, those two. They know exactly where each other cut.
He's just waiting for each other to get free. Pressure from Bonito and Jogo. I mean, the Jogo Bonito defense now has switched on. But Hässliche send it with a beautiful forehand down.
And so Hergen and Harmon there, just magic. Magic behind the disc. Find Tickerman deep. Woof, 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 woof. That's just, I'm making animal noises. That's how excited I am, Hillary. And so, we've had 2 points. 2 absolutely sensational channels of offense. Both these teams have finally woken up and brought the kind of play that you would hope to see from a team on the live stream at this stage in the tournament, because we're nearly at quarterfinals.
We are very near at quarterfinals.
So these are the last, the dying moments of the Swiss draw, when you're trying to lock yourself into as high a bracket as you possibly can, putting points on the board. It ain't over till it's over. But
now, Hannah, for Jogo Bonito, if they lose this game, but they still get a high score point, does that matter for them? Do you know what happens? I mean, is it all up to the algorithm? I know that it's going to work it out, but can you...
I'm not smart enough, Hillary, to know. So
Okay.
I'm just going to say it's the algorithm.
Yeah.
That's my excuse this weekend. The algorithm shall decide.
The
And,
algorithm does know all.
It is the all-knowing, all-seeing, all-powerful algorithm, indeed. But Jogo Bonito looking a little bit all-powerful themselves right now. Hässliche Erdferkel choosing to put on that zone again. There is no sneaky ninja deep this time. Everyone seems to be around the disc. And a big poach block. There we go. Okay, well, we said it was not that wise a choice. Clearly it worked.
That's how it's done. And Jogo Bonito lost behind.
Oh, and that was lethal offense, Hillary. How about that?
I mean, they just put the pedal to the metal and left Jogo Bonito behind in the mud. They couldn't get out, not moving quick enough. So Hässliche now 13 points, 2 off the points cap mark. Will we see it points cap? Will we see them take it to 15?
Well, either way, my understanding is unless the time has already gone past, which I don't think we've heard the jingles. It's a bit harder to hear the jingles on the far fields, I have to confess, Hillary.
Yes.
It certainly is, especially when you're in the midst of a game. But haven't heard the end of game signal yet, so I reckon this one will go to the full 15, whether or not that's by virtue of this it being add 1 to the highest score, or just hitting it before the end of the time here as we continue to see. So I kind of ripped a little bit into Hässliche Erdferkel for running the zone again after Jogo Bonito made a fool out of the previous one. I think they'd made an adjustment to the way that one was structured. Perhaps learning from their earlier mistakes in the previous point. Do you reckon we're going to see a zone look again, Hillary? See if they can keep the magic and keep pummeling them with that look?
Well, I think what they like to do, they like to put on that poachy single coverage defense. I think that's what we're seeing right here. They're going to have somebody, as we see, single coverage, Jogo Bonito moving it ever so slightly back and forth between the handlers. Oh, and there we have it, 26. Julian Usa on Hässliche poaching, gets the block.
Yeah, they
and
dialed
works
in
for
that
him.
throw for
Jumping
sure.
high!
Oh, what a score! That was ridiculous footing.
Hit at the height of his jump.
My word.
And takes it down.
What a man, what a play.
He was hit so hard. And what a strong player to hold his feet and take that disc. Well, 14 points on the board. Hannah, this game could be over before we know it. A very easy turnover could result in this game wrapping up so soon.
The last few points, Hillary, have been very much Hässliche Erdferkel just kind of getting a turn and immediately being like, all right, cool, let's just chuck it in. Very, very fast. Like you say, it's racing away from us here in the commentary booth. I reckon this last one, I don't know, maybe we'll see the same. Jogo look a little bit rattled right now.
Yeah, they're on the sideline. They just look a little low. And then on the field, they're just trying to figure out what they're going to do. And a lot of chat. That doesn't seem like a confident team there up against such a fearsome German side. I mean, it's match point.
The thing that saddens me a little bit, Hillary, is that Jogo Bonito don't look like they're having as much fun now. They're looking a little bit sad.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, credit to Hässliche Erdferkel for basically just putting their hands on the necks of the Jogo Bonito team and just being like choking them out.
Oh, no!
And there we go.
And
that wasn't very fun at all.
A massive miscommunication. And Hässliche, how quick will they convert?
Or will it be a spicy defensive block from Jogo? They certainly have the ability, but that's a lovely shot into the one pocket the defender could not reach, and that is game. Hässliche Erdferkel take it in style.
Oh, what a beautiful put.
They've loved that little far-reaching corner pocket, haven't they, Hillary? It's been one of the favorite places for Hässliche Erdferkel to score with blades.
Blading over the top of all the players. Jogo Bonito trying to cover that spot, but couldn't get there in time. Well, Hannah, any words to wrap up that game?
I think my overall impression of that game, Jogo Bonito have style. They have some great hops, but unfortunately, they just couldn't surmount the juggernaut that was Hässliche Erdferkel as they journey towards Worlds. Good luck to them. Hopefully, maybe we'll see them in the latter stages of this tournament if they continue that form. But it's been a pleasure, Hillary.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me here in the commentator's box. I've been Hillary Humes.
I've been Hannah Pendlebury. Stay tuned for the next round of games.
Alti.tv